G'day and welcome to another big edition of the BFNL Footy Show. Thanks to McDonald's Ballarat, looking ahead to the big weekend in BFNL Footy. My name's Yeendy. I'm joined by the great man Liam Brady. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Good to be here, Yeendy.
Now, some big games this weekend. We've only got the 4 games, sort of a bit of a split round, and certainly some crucial ones in the context of the season, mate. Yeah,
some big games coming up, especially between, the first one is the game between Lakers and Redan. It's going to be a great contest. We've seen how good Lake Wendouree have been over the last month, and the Redan are playing some great footy also. So I'm sure these two teams possibly could meet come September. So be a great clash.
Which way do you see this one going, mate?
I just think that Lake Wendouree at home very hard to beat. They're playing some great footy. They kicked 25 goals in their last game. Mm-hmm. I just think they'll have a little bit too much class across all lines, and they'll come away with a win, but I don't think it'll be by much. It might be about 10 or 12 points.
I'm hoping in the context of the competition, Redan come away to win this one, because if they take the W here, this does put them right up there. And we spoke earlier on in the week about your Lake Wendouree and Bacchus Marsh being the sort of the teams to beat. If Redan continue on there, I think they've won 8 games in a row. If they win this, they are seen as a real genuine threat and put up in that bracket.
Absolutely they are, yeah. And, that'll be the test, I suppose. They've been able to beat a lot of teams below them, and this is a real genuine test for them.
No surprise to see the stars from 97.9 FM will be heading along to that one. Another important game in the context of the season. We've got Darley in 4th and the Sunbury Lions in 5th.
Yeah, another massive game. Darley have to win this, I think. They'd be very disappointed with the way they played last week against Bacchus Marsh. And Sunbury, as we know, didn't kick a huge score last week, but was still able to get the job done. So I think that Darley should have a little bit too much class and come away with a win and cement 4th position on the ladder.
Yeah, I think it's important for Sunbury. I made a statement earlier on in the week that probably not a high-scoring side. This is a chance where they're up against a team that can score well and score quickly and have a few avenues to goal. So they get the win here and shut them down. I think it's going to be crucial for them.
There's a fair chance that these two teams will meet in the first week of the finals, as we know. 4th,
as they are, isn't it?
4th does play 5th. I just don't think that either side can get up to 3rd ahead of Redan or Lakers. And probably the 6th position is probably between a couple of sides in East Point and Melton and probably Melton South. So at the moment, I think these two sides will make one of the finals.
Speaking of all important 6th place, we've got East Point and Melton. East Point win this. She's just about all done and dusted in the race for the top 6.
Yeah, I think East Point will win this. They've played some really good footy under Jake Bridges the last month or so. They had the bye on the weekend, I think, but they should win this game at home against Melton. Yeah,
I'd like to see, for the context of keeping this finals race alive, I want to see Melton come away with the win there, just to make it interesting, because that puts them up onto 28 points. I think it's the same amount of points as East Point, and all of a sudden we've got a big open race there. Next big game, and the last one, Sebastopol in 11th, Ballarat in 10th.
Yeah, I'm going to tip Sebastopol to win this at home. Maybe a little bit of an upset, but I think if they can get a couple of their better players back into the side, they play some pretty good footy at home, Sebas, and we saw them have a really good win against Melton South only a couple of weeks ago. So I think they can win this game, and that'll actually put them ahead of Ballarat on the ladder. So I'm tipping a Sebastopol victory on Saturday.
I'm saying Ballarat only just for a point of difference there. It's going to be a great game. And looking at the teams that have the bye, they're all big ones. North Ballarat City, Melton South. They're all going to move up to 28 points. So that's why it's probably massively important for East Point to win against Melton on the weekend.
Absolutely.
And Bacchus Marsh, they've certainly, they're on top of the ladder. They'll get the 4 points there. They'll be well and truly on their way to the minor premiership. Thanks so much for joining us on this, the latest edition of the BFNL Footy Show, mate. Look forward to catching up with you next week.
Thanks, Yeendy.